Hi everyone, and welcome to this Blu-ray update, this special, very special Blu-ray update. So, about a few weeks ago at Best Buy for $20, I picked up the Legacy collection of Planet of the Apes. This features the 5 original films that started in the late 60s and ended in the early 70s. And it's been a few years since I've watched these films. Been wanting to get them on Blu-ray for quite a long time now, but the price kind of goes up and down, and I finally found it for $20 and so happy to add it to my collection. Again, yes, it's been a while since I've seen these films, but I have recently, in the last few weeks, watched all the special features and all the films on Blu-ray. There's lots of stuff to talk about here, so let's show off the set first, and then we'll talk about the movies themselves. So there is the there's that, and there's the back. So there's all the featured films. I want to point out that here's all 5 movies, and there's 5 discs in here, but the last 2 movies actually have different cuts as well as the original theatrical cut, which I think was attached to the DVD set a few years ago, but I didn't know about that. So these 2 films I actually watched on the unrated cut, so that was kind of cool. But we'll get into that a little bit. So there you go, there's the spine, there's that, and there's nothing there. Alright, so let's take it out. Put that right there. How pretty. If it'll stay, please stay. Thank you for staying. So there is you know, all the information about the 5 discs, the running time, the year they came out, the aspect ratio. Oh, thank you. That's okay. Alright, please. Can you please? Come on. Be a nice ape. I like you. Alright, I'm just going to put that down right there. Okay. So anyways, here is the disc set, 5 disc set. Same cover, of course. And there's the spine. And let's open it up and show you inside. So you got the first 3 film credits right here. There I am. Hello everyone. How are you? So you got the first, and there's my lights. You got the credits for the first 3 films, and here's Planet of the Apes, the original 1968 version. This movie holds up so well, but I am so shocked. I know it's a different time with the rating system and everything, but with some things that really shocked me watching this again, how much male buttocks is in this movie, and it's rated G for kids. So you get to see Charlton Heston's buttocks. How convenient is that? But anyways, great classic film, no question about it. Holds up, masterpiece. You know, the reason why they're continuing to make so many Planet of the Apes movies because of this film and the shocking ending. Of course, if you have not seen it, I don't want to spoil the ending, but you probably got spoiled already since it's such a famous ending to this classic film. But, you know, just a great film, holds up, so many special features. There's a 2-hour documentary that I believe were attached to the VHS cassettes a few years back when I actually saw this for the first time. Well, like all 5 films for the first time. I had seen Planet of the Apes multiple times thanks to my parents because they really loved the first one. They didn't really like the rest, so we never really watched the rest growing up. But when I was a teenager, I finally saw the other films. But Planet of the Apes, 1968, classic film. What more can you say? Everything's been said. Great film. Now here is Beneath the Planet of the Apes, which I believe came out in 1970. This one's okay. It's not really a great sequel. It just seems like they dug themselves in a deep hole and they were trying to get themselves out of it. There are some cool makeup effects when you learn what's beneath the Planet of the Apes. Again, the apes look great. There's some really great side ape characters that are great looking as well. But I would say this might be one of my least favorite of the series. Not a big fan of this one. It was okay. Yeah, I don't know what else I can say about Beneath the Planet of the Apes. There's some new special features that are attached to every single film that I believe was showcased in the 2008 DVD release. So not only do you get a 2-hour documentary that covers all the films from the late 90s, hosted by Roddy McDowall, but you also get a newer made feature for each film hosted by James Brolin. Is it James Brolin or just whatever? Anyways, so the next one, of course, is 1971's Escape from the Planet of the Apes. Now, they really dug themselves in a hole when they created this one. But I will say, this movie has maybe the stupidest setup in the history of movies and the history of this series. But once it gets past the setup, the story to this one is really convincing and interesting, as it is fish out of water, and the apes have somehow traveled back in time to 1970 whatever, and now they're in trouble again. You know, it's really interesting. I like this film a lot. even though it does get ridiculous at sometimes. And one thing I will mention, what I like about this series, most of these films are G-rated, but they end so tragically. That's just so interesting. I don't think they'd be able to get away with this today, especially in the mainstream. Everybody wants a happy ending nowadays. But Escape from the Planet of the Apes, I think, is a worthy film and much better than the second one. Check it out. My favorite of the sequels would be Conquest of the Planet of the Apes from 1972. This one was actually rated PG, and there's an unrated version that's a minute longer. That has a little more violence in the film than the original theatrical version. And I think this one is the most compelling. I really appreciate the third one was made so we can have this amazing fourth film, which I think, again, is the best sequel in the series after the original. I like the setting. I like the overall vibe. Ricardo Montalban, who reprises his role from the third film, is back. And Roddy McDowall, who appeared in 4 of the 5 films. He wasn't in Beneath the Planet of the Apes, but he is really great in this film as well. And his name is Caesar in the movie. So I like that connection now, and that the new reboots and re-sequels and re-whatever are coming out. It's kind of interesting that the main character now is called Caesar as well. So Conquest of the Planet of the Apes, 1972. I think this is a great sequel, and it holds up well, even if it's a little cheesy because of the times. And it's centered in 1991, the future of 1991. So finally, we have Battle for the Planet of the Apes. Here it is. In the back, you can see that there's some more credits right there. I'm not going to take it off. Battle for the Planet of the Apes, 1973. I think this is a decent film. You know, it's got some interesting ideas. You know, we're back with Caesar. It's a few years after the 4th film, and new setting. Back to the G-rated, safe. You know, making for kids. Even though it's quite violent. Most of these movies are very violent for even being G-rated films. I think these movies, if they came out today the same way, they would probably be rated PG at least, because they're all pretty violent, lots of action, and great commentary. But it's been really interesting to explore these films again. It's been so many years since I've seen them. They all look great on Blu-ray for the most part. Of course, you know, it's 1960s, 1970s, but I think the transfer was pretty great, and it's just great to have it in this collection. If you can pick it up at Best Buy, it's right now maybe back to $40, but I got it for $20, and it's still worth the price. So in the comment box below, what do you think of the Planet of the Apes, the original series? Let's talk about the original series, the 5 films. Which one is your least favorite? Which one is your favorite? You know, what do you like about it, what you don't? And let's talk about Planet of the Apes. Looking forward to the new one coming out in a couple years. I think it's called War of the Planet of the Apes. So excited to see where this franchise is going and the legacy that it's kept going over the years. This is one of the, I mean, this is not one of the first real franchises. Of course, there's some series that were made, you know, series, you know, of some kind were made back in the day, but Planet of the Apes has kind of changed the game for franchises. I think they were really reinvented when this series came out in the late 60s and early 70s. So thank you so much for watching this video. Comment box below, let us know what you think of what I've talked about right now. And thank you again so much for watching. Cue the intro where I say the same thing over again. Bye!
Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and share this video. And also, please check out these amazing movie websites. And if you enjoyed this review, please click here to subscribe to my channel, and also please check out all my recent reviews right here on YouTube. Have a great day, live film, find peace, happiness, and harmony in anything and everything you do, and I'll talk to you at my next movie review.